Mo Gawdat's formula for lasting happiness in an uncertain world. Imagine standing at the edge of a vast ocean, waves crashing against the shore, each one carrying a story of uncertainty. You might wonder if there's a formula, a secret to finding happiness amidst the tumultuous tides of life. That's where Mo Gawdat comes in, with his profound insights and unwavering belief that happiness is within our grasp, even in the face of the most unpredictable circumstances. Let me tell you this. In a world filled with uncertainty, Mo Gawdat has developed a formula for lasting happiness. Here's something you should know about it. Mo Gawdat is not just a tech entrepreneur and author, but also the co-founder of a company that helps organizations solve complex problems. His journey towards understanding the formula for happiness began when he faced a significant personal loss. His father passed away, leaving him grappling with the weight of grief and existential questions. This profound experience led him to seek answers in the realm of philosophy, psychology, and spirituality, all while navigating the complexities of his work. Here's what he discovered. Gawdat believes that happiness is not about the absence of pain, but about how we choose to perceive and respond to it. He argues that in an uncertain world, the key to enduring happiness lies in embracing uncertainty itself. You might be wondering, how do we do that? Let me explain this concept to you. In an uncertain world, certainty can be both a blessing and a curse. Certainty gives us a sense of control, predictability, and security, which are essential for survival. However, it can also lead to complacency and fear of change. On the other hand, uncertainty opens up possibilities, challenges us to adapt, and allows us to grow. Gawdat suggests that by accepting and embracing uncertainty, we can find a deeper form of peace and satisfaction. To illustrate this, consider the example of a musician who faces uncertainty about their future in the industry. Instead of fearing the unknown, they could view it as an opportunity to explore new paths, experiment with different genres, and discover their true passion. This shift in mindset transforms uncertainty into a catalyst for creativity and personal growth. Here's a personal anecdote that highlights this principle. A few years ago, I was facing career uncertainty. My job had become increasingly repetitive and unfulfilling. Rather than feeling overwhelmed, I embraced the uncertainty. I started exploring various freelance opportunities, taking online courses, and volunteering for projects that aligned with my interests. To my surprise, I found myself enjoying these new experiences more than my old job ever did. By choosing to see uncertainty as a chance for growth, I rediscovered my joy and purpose. So how does one embrace uncertainty? Gawdat suggests a simple yet powerful formula: acceptance, adaptation, and appreciation. Let's break down each component. Acceptance is the first step in embracing uncertainty. It involves acknowledging that some things are beyond our control and recognizing that every moment is unique and valuable. When we accept uncertainty, we free ourselves from the burden of trying to control everything. This acceptance allows us to let go of unnecessary stress and anxiety, creating space for peace and clarity. Here's a real-life example that underscores the importance of acceptance. During a particularly challenging period at work, I found myself constantly worrying about potential failures. Instead of dwelling on the worst-case scenarios, I practiced acceptance. I reminded myself that setbacks are inevitable and that each challenge is an opportunity to learn and improve. By shifting my focus from fear to acceptance, I became more resilient and better equipped to handle difficulties. Adaptation is the next phase in the formula. Once we accept uncertainty, we must learn to adapt to changing circumstances. This means being flexible, open-minded, and willing to take risks. Adaptation empowers us to pivot our plans and pursue new opportunities when needed. For instance, imagine a business owner who sees a sudden decline in sales due to market changes. Instead of panicking, she adapts her strategy by diversifying her product line or targeting a different customer base. Through adaptation, she transforms uncertainty into an advantage. Appreciation is the final element of Gawdat's formula. It involves finding joy and gratitude in the present moment, regardless of external circumstances. Appreciation helps us cultivate a positive outlook and fosters resilience. When we appreciate the good moments, we create a buffer against negative ones. A simple way to practice appreciation is through mindfulness exercises, such as gratitude journaling or meditation. Gawdat himself often reflects on the small joys in life, such as a beautiful sunset or a kind word from a stranger, to maintain a sense of gratitude. By integrating these three elements: acceptance, adaptation, and appreciation, we can transform uncertainty into a source of strength and fulfillment. Consider this analogy. Just as a tree adapts to its environment by growing branches in different directions, we too can adapt to uncertainty by embracing multiple pathways to happiness. However, it's important to note that while these strategies are effective, they require consistent effort and self-reflection. Gawdat emphasizes the importance of being honest with oneself about one's feelings and motivations. He encourages us to ask ourselves tough questions like, what truly matters to me? And how can I align my actions with my values? Moreover, cultivating a supportive community can greatly enhance our ability to navigate uncertainty. Gawdat believes that relationships play a crucial role in our overall well-being. He advocates for building meaningful connections with others who share similar values and aspirations. These relationships provide emotional support during challenging times and inspire us to stay optimistic. Now, let's dive deeper into the practical application of this formula. One of the most powerful tools Gawdat shares is the concept of positive reconditioning. Imagine a situation where you receive criticism at work. Rather than viewing it as a negative feedback, you can reframe it positively. Instead of thinking, "I'm doing poorly," you could say, "This feedback will help me improve and grow." Positive reconditioning shifts our perspective, turning criticism into constructive growth. Another technique Gawdat recommends is momentary happiness. In a world filled with distractions and constant notifications, it's easy to lose sight of the present moment. He suggests focusing on the here and now by practicing mindfulness. For example, when you're eating your lunch, really savor each bite, notice the flavors and textures, and appreciate the simple pleasure of nourishment. Momentary happiness allows us to fully engage with the present, enhancing our overall sense of contentment. Lastly, Gawdat advocates for meaningful contribution. Finding ways to make a positive impact on others can significantly boost our happiness levels. Whether it's volunteering at a local charity, mentoring someone younger, or simply lending a helping hand to a neighbor, contributing to the greater good provides a profound sense of fulfillment. Gawdat's own work at his company, Brainchild, focuses on leveraging technology to solve global challenges, demonstrating the power of making a difference. But what about those moments when everything seems to fall apart? How do we cope with extreme adversity? Gawdat offers a powerful framework called the 4 phases of adversity. This model helps individuals process difficult situations more effectively. The phases are: 1. Shock. Initially, you may feel numb or detached from reality. It's normal to struggle with disbelief and confusion. 2. Resistance. As you begin to process the reality of the situation, you might resist change or try to avoid dealing with it. This phase requires patience and self-care. 3. Transformation. Over time, you start to integrate the adversity into your life, allowing it to shape your growth and resilience. This is often the most transformative phase. 4. Transformational growth. Finally, you emerge stronger, wiser, and more compassionate. You've transformed the adversity into a source of learning and inspiration. One inspiring example of transformational growth is the story of a young woman who lost her job during a recession. Instead of giving up, she took the opportunity to retrain and expand her skill set. Today, she runs her own successful coaching business, mentoring aspiring entrepreneurs. Her resilience and perseverance turned what initially seemed like a devastating setback into a path of empowerment and success. As we conclude our exploration of Mo Gawdat's formula for lasting happiness in an uncertain world, it's clear that happiness is not a destination but a journey. It requires intentional effort, self-awareness, and a willingness to embrace the unknown. By accepting uncertainty, adapting to change, and appreciating the present, we can cultivate a deeper sense of joy and fulfillment. Remember, the beauty of this formula lies in its simplicity and universality. It doesn't matter whether you're facing financial struggles, health issues, or personal losses. These principles apply to everyone. Embrace them today and watch as your perception of happiness shifts dramatically. In closing, I invite you to reflect on your own life and consider how you can incorporate these insights into your daily experiences. Whether it's through practicing mindfulness, making meaningful contributions, or finding positive reconditioning, each small step forward brings us closer to a happier, more resilient existence. So let's commit to making a conscious effort to embrace uncertainty, adapt to change, and appreciate the present. Together, we can build a world where happiness is not just a fleeting emotion but a sustainable state of being. Thank you for joining me on this journey. May you find the courage and wisdom to embrace uncertainty and discover your true potential for lasting happiness.